America, get back on track with Dust Pod's Performance Stabilizer. When applied to roadways, it kills dust and strengthens the integrity of the road. Easily applied by mixing with water, Dust Pods is the future in polymer stabilization. Call 1-833-DUST-PODS or visit dustpods.com today.
My discography is a hit list. The hottest girl is on my hit list. The hottest parties, I'm on the guest list. Roll up a gram like an exam, glitz and glam. My discography is a hit list. The hottest girl is on my hit list. The hottest parties, I'm on the guest list. Roll up a gram like an exam, glitz and glam. Numbers going up, I need a plaque. I need diamond girls to floss like I got too much plaque. All I do is chill at the crib and kill a track. You're probably on the menu if you say you rap. My discography is a hit list. The hottest girl is on my hit list. The hottest parties, I'm on the guest list. Roll up a gram like exam.
Oh, yeah. The Falcon's backstage, nowhere to be found, so we're going to dance till he gets here. Cut the music, cut the music. Where is my co-host? Where is he? The seat's empty. This guy's taking a dump. Michael had to bow out. It's just me. I'm Sans Falcon and I'm Sans Michael. This is what just happened. Exactly. It's too late. The song's over.
I'm flying in.
The song's over, my brother. Oh.
Bow.
It's good to be back. Thursday's a new Friday. It's another edition of What Just Happened. I was telling Falcon backstage, Michael was backstage with me since 4:15 as I was prepping for the show. And then at 5:30, he much like Falcon, he remembered he had something he had to be at.
Except to be fair, I would have told you 10 minutes before the show.
Yes. You definitely would have told me later than Michael told me. And if you guys notice, Falcon's a little laggy tonight. I don't think his internet's working, but we're going to get it because we have the audio and you don't want to see him. You want to hear him. He's that kind of guy. He's like got a face for radio. So,
oh, Jesus, Murphy. I mean, I don't know. I was referred to as a DILF, so I don't know.
Oh,
I mean, I'm telling you.
the current lady, or
I'm just saying,
or the neighbor lady.
As a DILF.
The current lady or the neighbor lady say that? That's a big difference.
It isn't just. Who said it was just one?
Oh, my man!
Man.
All right,
I'm saying, like, as far as who called me a DILF.
You know what we do at the beginning of the show? What are we drinking? I'm drinking Goggle Fokker from Fatheads. What are you drinking, my friend?
I am drinking a Blake's, their newest batch is called the Cider Mill Donut.
Oh, that sounds actually pretty good. You like Blake's a lot. That's a Michigan-based brewery?
Yeah, it's a Michigan-based, it's a, it's an orchard, so they've got apples, lots of apples, and they make apple products. One of them's their fine assortment of different apple ciders. So
nice. So if the people viewing don't know, we drink on the show, we cuss on the show, we have a good time. The whole premise of What Just Happened is we don't just recite scores. We go over kind of the weird stuff in sports, the odd headlines, the things that make you scratch your head. If again, Falcon, your internet is killing me, but it's okay. I'm like the squirrel guy. Squirrel! Like I can't I can't get over it.
Well, why I paused there for a quick second is because I had to change my settings a little bit.
Okay. Well, we'll get to it. It's okay. Yeah. We put on a good show. I'm confident of it. All right. How many times, Falcon, have we talked about dumb fan behavior?
Almost on a regular basis, I would say. I mean, it's a reoccurring theme.
It's almost weekly, right?
Almost. I'd say at least every other week, we're probably talking about some dumbass in the stands.
So, and my thing about it is look, I 75% of the time I like to think of myself as an alpha male. But then I see this kind of stuff and I'm like, I would never do that. And, I try to make my lady happy. I know Falcon tries to make his lady happy. So I don't think we're soy boys. Maybe we're metrosexuals. But this stuff here, I don't understand, Falcon. And I have 2 clips from the same game. The second one is graphic. So if you have kids, first of all, they shouldn't be watching this show. What the fuck are you doing? But second of all, like seriously, why are your kids watching what just happened? But we want the parents to watch, every single parent. But this is dumb fan behavior. And it's like, it's getting to the point where why would you even want to go to an NFL game? Really? Because this happens. Now it's usually in the cheap cheap sheets. The cheap sheets.
That's what she said.
We have boxers out here. We have boxer briefs out. Now we have a chokehold. Women are always trying.
We're barely keeping our pants on at this point. Oh, and the one guy's holding him by the. Ooh, look at that. He's caressing the small of his back there.
And there's always a woman trying to intervene, and she gets inadvertently hit, which nobody likes to see. Now, here's the graphic one. This is the same exact game, higher up, so even cheaper seats.
Wow.
This is tough to watch.
Oh boy.
Now, what? This is the death blow.
What is going on? What?
He was the
guy was cold and he's stomping him.
The guy's out cold and he stomps his head. Like, where do we draw the line? What do we do here? Like, how do we stop this? I mean, this is stupid. This is dumb. This is subhuman behavior, and nobody seems to be doing anything about it. What just happened?
I have no idea. Like, I can't even come up with a solution for this bullshit. Like, what's the deterrent?
So I have a friend that got me really turned on to soccer, okay, football across the world. And then I've heard friends in the same circle say, oh, football's stupid. They say soccer. It's stupid. Like, oh, the game's boring and then the crowd's out of control. It's like, are they more out of control than the American crowds? Because we have a guy stomping on a knocked out guy stomping on his head. He could have killed him. That's attempted murder. What they do in football in Europe now is they have dedicated sections for dedicated fans, and then they have security blocking off sections of the stadium. I think that's where we're going. And people say, well, football is much worse. Football's been around a couple hundred years longer than American football, mind you. So I'm thinking, did football go through the same progression as American football and at some point realize, okay, these fans aren't going to stop beating the shit out of each other and near death or sometimes death, unfortunately, and then they make a change? Like, I think that's where we're getting, Falcon.
It's very possible, but there's also, I think what we're missing here is we're also doing American sports versus Europeans. And we already know.
But okay, and I'll let you finish that thought in a minute, but it doesn't matter where the location is. I think the underlying sentiment here is, for some reason, sports does something to people. It's similar to what politics does to people, but they think they have to get violent against the opposition to help the people they're rooting for. And I don't think it matters what sport it is. I don't think it matters what country it is. I'm just saying football's been around much longer than American football. And their solution was they're not going to stop doing this. So we're going to make dedicated sections for people rooting for this team, dedicated sections rooting for this team. And then we're going to put armed security in between them. I think that's where we're getting in America. Maybe not.
Maybe. I mean, maybe that is the solution. But again, where I was going with that is I'm just saying Americans versus the world. We, as we know right now, and not to get political, but I think that there's a lot less respect for people's lives and taking care of your fellow neighbor and like all that stuff, regardless of who you root for. And that
Where?
In America.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm saying in America, I'm seeing that. I mean, over time, I've been seeing that. Caring about your neighbor and caring about your fellow human and that sort of thing. You've just seen a decline like this over the last 25 years or so.
Yeah.
So I think that plays into it as well. Along with, but I think the solution that is actually could be a viable solution there. So
yeah, and you're spot on, I think. And if you're watching, tune in to YouTube and you can comment on our show and we'll show it on the air because we want you to chime in. I think you have something there. Like we're a young country versus, soccer overseas. They're much older countries and they've kind of figured it out because I don't think this is going away. This is not going to stop happening in NFL stadiums. And you're right. The love or the mutual respect for your neighbor in America is declining. And I actually think it's declined in other countries in the past, but they're older countries. So they've moved the curve back up because they kind of figured out they're not going to, if we're going to serve alcohol in the stadiums, they're going to keep doing this. And God forbid you stop serving alcohol at NFL stadiums because that's probably their third best revenue generator behind TV deals and merchandise. Because I actually, one of our writers on 12 Ounce Sports did a story like a year ago that the NFL, their ticket sales is like fifth or sixth highest of their revenue source. It's TV deals, merchandise, beer, stuff like that. So they're not going to stop doing this kind of stuff. And it's disturbing. And you can't even take your kid to the game anymore. I mean, because what's the thing we always hear? Like, you can't afford to take a kid, like a family of four, to a game because the tickets are like $250 each, unless you go to 12 Ounce Sports Tickets. But you're going to end up sitting up in these seats, and that's where the drunks are because corporations have bought up all the lower bowl, and then they give them to, clients and prospects and stuff like that. Like, the solution's probably stop serving alcohol, but that's never going to happen.
No, that won't happen, especially in NFL games. No way.
Yeah. What just happened?
Whoa. Where'd that come from?
Well, I put that soundbite up to say Michael canceled on us last second. But I thought that was perfect for you're never going to stop the fans from beating the shit out of each other. Okay.
I'm just surprised you had another soundbite besides, can I offer you an egg?
Oh,
can I offer you a nice egg in this trying time?
Yeah, we always have that one. That's never going away. This is another Michael Carvelis subject. And again, if you're watching on X or our TV channel, you can't chime in. But if you switch over to YouTube, you can comment on this show and we'll show it on the air. This was a Michael Carvelis topic. I love this topic. It's perfect for what just happened. The Tigers, Jason, you're near Detroit, Falcon.
Yep.
They swept the Astros in the wild card. One of the Astros pitchers makes more. Oh, that's the wrong one. Makes more. There we go. Than the entire Tigers salary or roster cap or roster salary. I can't get the wording down. Josh,
what just happened?
What just happened? We have a comment. Hold on. Let's see what it is. Canceling last second? No, not Michael. Oh, baddest
damn.
That
Somebody,
sounds personal right there.
yeah, it does. Who's bad is Daddy Producer Joe? Wow, Joe.
I think I know who it is, but I'm not going to say it on the air. But he's like,
Wow.
canceling last second. No, not Michael. Thanks for watching, Joe. But the Tigers swept the Astros, and the Astros have a pitcher that actually makes more per year than the entire Tigers roster. What just happened?
I know it's actually kind of ridiculous, but you know what? I'm not super surprised by it, right? Because my team's always been the Indians or Guardians, whatever you want to call them now. And they always prided themselves, well, not always, since the 90s, since their cheap owner took over, they prided themselves on being one of the lowest payrolls in all of baseball and still trying to make the postseason. So, but this is an astronomical number. I saw this the other day that it was last night, 18.8 million versus the 19 million. I was like, holy shit. I didn't realize their salary was that low, the Tigers.
Well, I'm going to tell you the more shocking number. So I've always said, hold on, salary. I want to say salary, Ross. I don't know how to word it, but I always want to say like something's got to give in these sporting event or these pro leagues. Like total payroll right now, the Mets have a $317 million payroll. The Yankees, $309 million. Like something's got to give. Who's paying these? Like who's paying these? Because I think it's coming from, say, maybe, TV deals, things like that. But it gets passed on to the viewer, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Because the TV deals, and then next thing you know, because I got to watch limited amounts of baseball this year because I have 6 streaming services. I was told it was going to be cheaper than buying cable. It's not. I have YouTube TV. I have Peacock because of the Big Ten. I have Amazon Prime because of the NFL. Like, it's out of control. And in Bally Sports, I have a group of friends that some of them signed up for Bally Sports. And immediately after they signed up because they wanted to watch Guardians games, they said it was horribly flawed. Like, so that's who's paying these salaries. But then you look at teams like the Detroit Tigers, and you're like, they said no. They said, no, we're not going to spend $300 million like the Dodgers. And they made the playoffs anyway. You kind of have to root for teams like that, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, the Tigers have always been my second team. Even because I had to have a second team, and they were in the 80s and 90s and all that because they were actually good in the 80s while the Indians were crap. So for me, this series is actually awesome. I get a winner into the league championship series. So I'll be rooting on the Guardians, but, I'm not going to be upset if the Tigers make it there too.
So were you, so when the pictures you sent me, were you at the Tigers' final regular season game or was it before the final?
Well, I thought it was the regular home season finale, but it was not, sadly. It was there was still a series after that. But yeah, I took you a screenshot I took the shot from center field.
Yeah.
As I was kind of walking around the stadium. So we had pretty good seats, so company paid for it. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Gave us some money and got some beers and some food.
Let's move on to the other stuff after the break. Dude, NASCAR is being sued by NBA royalty. Do you know this story?
No, first time hearing it.
Do you know Michael Jordan owns a NASCAR team?
I did know that. Okay,
so Michael Jordan, he's part owner of 23 XI. So it's probably, what's the I? Is it 2311? Of course, co-owned by NBA legend Michael Jordan and racer Denny Hamlin. They're saying that the NASCAR contract that they're being all teams in NASCAR are being forced to sign is kind of committing antitrust laws. And here, I want to read this to you before you say what just happened. What these antitrust or anti-competitive practice NASCAR is alleged to have participated in are NASCAR bought the majority of premier racetracks and used them exclusively for NASCAR events. No other racing event can use that track. NASCAR imposed exclusivity deals on series sanctioned tracks. NASCAR acquired its only real competitor. That's a monopoly. NASCAR prevented teams from participating in other stock car racing series, which is kind of weird. Why do you care? And then this is the one that really got me, Falcon. I was reading all this. Michael told me to read all this, and I'm like, you're part of NASCAR. You do what you do, but this one got me. NASCAR retains ownership of current generation spec car parts, forcing teams to purchase these items at an inflated price from NASCAR's chosen suppliers. NASCAR's milking the teams, and the teams is the reason NASCAR exists. What just happened?
Oh my God. Seriously? This is what we're doing? This is what we're doing. I mean, God, seriously. That's fucked up, man.
and the best part is NASCAR is almost unwatchable. No offense to NASCAR fans that are tuned in, but I love street car racing. I love the 24-hour Le Mans. I like the 24-hour Daytona. They make different turns. I'm like, the oval's not that exciting to me. And NASCAR has a product that's not that exciting, and they knew it wasn't very exciting. That's why they had to change the rules to stages. And now they're pretty much screwing the teams that make the whole product. Like, you have to buy from this supplier and we're going to inflate the price. You can't race anywhere else, which is it's un-American. Why can't they race anywhere else? If NASCAR doesn't have an event this weekend, why can't Michael Jordan's team race wherever he wants? What just happened?
Right. And then on top of that, how many are in a how many are in a NASCAR race? I'm sorry out there. I'm just kind of dumb to that. Is it 30?
I think it's about 30. I think it's
30,
about
32. Yeah. Okay. So let's say it's 30.
But Jason, Falcon, there's about 20 or so teams. Some teams have multiple cars. There's like 20 to 24 teams. If somebody hears me, switch over to our YouTube channel with this live and correct me on the comments. But I think there's about 20 to 24 teams, about 30 to 32 cars in a race.
Okay. So that being said, right? So if you come in 30th place, what do you get? What kind of money are we talking here in 30th place?
I don't know. I don't know.
Right. And the reason why I'm asking this, right, is if the bottom third of the racers, and the bottom third, where you are in the overall standings at this point, if they're getting shit for money, then how can they even enforce that they can't race other events? Like, to me, that's a huge lawsuit, because you're inhibiting somebody's ability to be able to make a living however they want in a free country.
So I pulled up an AI answer to this. The first one was like, what are the highest paid I don't want to know the highest paid racers. Base salary. Drivers are paid a base salary by their teams, which can range from $50,000 for developmental drivers to over $10 million for top drivers. I actually kind of want, how much does the winner of the NASCAR Chicago street race get? I kind of wanted to see the breakdown of what they win per race, but it's kind of hard to find. It's a lot like golf though, Falcon. Like, if you don't place high, you're barely breaking even, and then they expect teams to just be exclusive to NASCAR and not take other opportunities anywhere else. Like, I don't understand how they expect them to survive, right?
Yeah, absolutely. If they're going to do that, then they need to be pumping more money back and giving the NASCAR needs to provide some base salaries to the drivers on top of the base salaries for that the teams provide as well. You know what I mean? Yeah. I think it would be a double, sort of a double thing, especially if you're inflating car part prices, and you're not allowing them to race in other events that are non-NASCAR. You're like, all the things. Like, you need to provide more to your drivers then.
Exactly. Yeah. And I couldn't, on a quick search, find out what the last place driver makes. But I think Yeah, but I think the last place driver is just getting his base salary from the team, and then the team has sponsors and things. So the last place, if you're last place every NASCAR race, you're probably making like $100,000 a year. You and I make more than that a year, so it's not much to risk your life on a NASCAR track.
No, not at all.
And then because of the rules of NASCAR, you're not allowed to go race anywhere else and make more money. That's bullshit.
Yep, that is complete bullshit. So that I could see some shit going down there. That's for sure.
Yeah. So perhaps my favorite topic tonight, before we take a break and bring on our special guest, is the one-man hockey Royal Rumble that you proposed to me, I think, earlier in the week. Was it this week or last weekend?
Yeah, it was like last week, but whatever.
So we're going to pull up, before we go to the video, we're going to pull up the explanation of what happened. This was from 2016, because every time I'm going to take this off the screen for a minute. Michael was supposed to be here for this. Falcon has proposed 2 topics so far on what just happened.
That's not true.
How many?
I've done at least 5 so far. So
okay. Okay, that's even worse then, because every time you propose a topic, I look into the video that you send me, and it's at least 10 years old. So you actually scored a home run here, because this is only 8 years old. So it's not current news, but there was a brawl versus the Kunlun Red Star where Kasparev, a hockey player, decided to take on the entire team. And we're going to play the video without noise. Or do you want noise?
I want noise. One laid out.
We knocked that one. I'm going to take the noise away for just a minute. Yeah. Somebody on the comments on Reddit said, I love how he just slides them away on the ice when he's done with them. He's just annihilating every player from the other. And he just slides them.
All right, who's next? He's like, all right, let's roll up those sleeves. Who's next? Oh, the whole team. Let's go.
And when he knocks on them. And when he knocks somebody out, he just slides them away on the ice. So as we read, this match had to be suspended after just 3 minutes. Because this guy decided to have a one-man Royal Rumble. Like, where did you find this?
What?
Where did you find this?
I don't know. I have no idea where I found it. I found it.
You just find random things?
Yeah. Because what just happened?
I have to watch it one more time, and I apologize to the viewers. Again, if you're watching and you want to chime in and participate in the show, you have to respond on YouTube only. Or, on YouTube, say, here's my email, invite me to the studio. We'll bring you on the show. But I have to play this video again because it's hilarious how he knocks somebody out, grabs them by the collar, and just slides them away on the ice.
Be gone.
Yeah, be gone. Like, that guy here he knocked out. So now he's going to
not do anything with you. You're kind of big.
Now he's going to go to the next guy, right?
Hey, how about you? Come on now. Let's go.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, sure. Fuck it. Why not?
Watch him slide him away. That guy was in a fight with somebody else. He's like, no, you're going to fight me. Here we go.
Yeah, we're done. Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, slide away. Bye-bye. Just tossing the trash to the side. He's like,
oh, my God. Falcon, we'll be right back. We'll get back to that. Is our passion. For years, we've connected fans to the game. But just like athletes and leagues, we must evolve and grow. This fall, 12-ounce Sports is taking our game to the next level. Montana, we'll see you in October. Need tickets to that next event? Well, at 12-ounce Sports, we've got them with soccer anywhere in the world. Tickets to any venue, any sport. Want to go to NCAA or NFL football matches? We've got them.
Yeah.
Baseball at every level. Every Power 5 matchup is available. Don't forget, costumes and paint are optional. What's that? You want to go to Broadway? We have those too. Want to jam out? Every concert, every artist. That's right, at 12-ounce Sports, we've got the tickets for less. 12ozsports.com/tickets. That's 12ouncesports.com/tickets.
BetUS.com is the official place to place your bets and support 12-ounce Sports. All you have to do is go to BetUS.com and type in the promo code 12OZ and you'll instantly get a deposit bonus. This is America's favorite sports book. And remember, always gamble responsibly.
My discography is a hit list. The hottest girl is on my hit list. The hottest parties, I'm on the guest list. Roll up a gram like an exam, glitz and glam. My discography is a hit list. The hottest girl is on my hit list. The hottest parties, I'm on the guest list. Roll up a gram like an exam, glitz and glam. Numbers going up, I need a plaque. I need diamond girls to floss like I got too much plaque. All I do is chill at the crib and kill a track. You're probably on the menu if you say you rap. My discography is a hit list. The hottest girl is on my hit list. The hottest parties, I'm on the guest list. Roll up a gram like an exam.
Our favorite commenter, she commented right before we went to break. We got to bring it up. Erica Irwin wondered, do we know what got him so fired up? So, Erica, first of all, thanks for commenting every show. If you know hockey like we know hockey, and she said she loves the dance moves. Yes, we are suburban white dudes, but we get down. We get down. She said, I'm going to go back to the other comment though. Do we know what got him fired up? Falcon, you and I know hockey players, you never know. You know, it's just something that happens with hockey players where they're a ticking time bomb, right? You know better than I do.
Yeah, considering my son was in the past in his youth hockey days, was definitely that guy. He was also number 25, which that also made me proud. That was a number 25 out there. And there were moments where he would do the exact same thing. Well, I mean, obviously didn't take on a whole team, but they're having to pull him off and he's tossing kids left and right. So I've seen it firsthand, and I ask him, and he's like, "Well, you just get so bad, you get slashed, and they're talking trash, and blah, blah, blah." And he goes, "And you're just done with it.
You just snap, right?
You snap, and you're done with it. Yep, you're done with it."
Do you say this to the guy that you knocked out?
Can I offer you a nice egg in this trying time?
That's what I would say to the guy I knocked out. We have a special guest coming in about, I think, 10 minutes, so we'll get on with it. This is another Michael Carvelis topic, which he canceled on us last minute. And remember, Baddest Daddy producer Joe said, canceling last second? No, not Michael. Yes, Michael canceled. But this is a good topic. Worst loss, Orioles or the Orioles social media? The Orioles social media posted before the game against the Royals, the show's about to begin. The Royals said, you come for the crown, you best not miss. What just happened? I put this up with the Wendy's social media. I love troll social media. We don't do it on 12 Ounce Sports, but we're small. We're trying to build a base. We're trying not to be too controversial. What do you think of this? Who won? What's the worst loss? The Baltimore Orioles baseball team or their social media team?
I by far their social media team. Their social media folks for sure. I mean, look at that. You got the little Oreo sitting there on his little sitting there on his king chair and whatnot, and like, yeah, no, sorry, buddy. You gotta win. You gotta win at least the first series to sit in that seat.
Here's the problem I have with the Orioles social media. Okay. They put a king seat up and a little Oriole in the king seat on their social media post. The seat's Kansas City Royal blue. What the fuck are you doing?
Why wouldn't you do it in orange?
It's in Royal blue.
Hey, and the winner in this one is the Kansas City Royals media team, because look at those feathers flying around. I didn't even notice that earlier. The feather, I sat on your fucking bird.
I wish I had an applause sound bite. I'll play this.
Can I offer you a nice egg in this trying time?
Just pretend that was applause, because Falcon, you just nailed it. The Kansas City Royals is the biggest winner in all of this. They countered that, but I think it's hilarious that the Orioles posted a king seat with an Oriole in it, and the king seat is royal blue. You idiot!
I know. At first, you know what? When I first saw the picture, though, I didn't notice the Oriole because it was so small. It was on my phone. I'm looking at it, going, "Huh?" I'm like, "Well, that's kind of weird. Why do they have an empty seat that's in royal blue and says seats taken?" But
yeah,
then I see the one next to it. I'm like, "Oh, series taken." I was very confused. But then when I actually saw it with the birds in there, I'm like, "Okay, that makes a hell of a lot more sense."
Yeah, it's kind of hilarious. Jeez, my goodness. We better hurry up before our special guest comes. I mean, we have 6 minutes, but listen, Pete Rose passed away, right? Okay, and you and I kind of grew up on Pete Rose a little bit. Did we not?
Yeah, good old Charlie Hustle, man.
Yeah, and this writer decided during his time, people's time of mourning, to let everybody know he doesn't think he belongs in the hall. This is in bad taste, I think. What just happened?
Yeah, absolutely in bad taste. Let's talk about the man and celebrate the man. Yes, did he make some mistakes after his playing days? Absolutely, he did, and we all know what happened. And all that type of stuff. Let's at least celebrate the guy's life a little bit, and let's not like what was this on the day of the death? Like, seriously, dude, give it some time, man. Like, really, that's just really poor taste.
Yeah, have you heard of Too Soon? I mean, why?
I've never heard of Travis Sawchik, so he's a fucking hack. Fuck him.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you. I'm with you, Falcon. First of all, he's known as Charlie Hustle. He invented the fucking head first slide, I think. He's the hits leader. Like, so he gambled. Like, do you know it's 2024? All these leagues are in bed with the gambling society. I understand it's against the rules, but it didn't affect what he did on the field. And he's one of the greatest players to ever live. Bud Selig is a bullshit artist. Bud Selig is a fraud. He allowed steroids to pass through his eyes, but he won't let Pete Rose in the Hall of Fame because he hated Pete Rose. And the guy dies at 83. And this writer's first thought is, I'm going to write a piece where I let everybody know he doesn't deserve to be in the Hall. Fuck off. What just happened?
Exactly. And you know what? Again, I not to even put him even more up on a pedestal, but you know why I love the dude? It's because if he took a walk, for those younger viewers out there that don't know much about Pete Rose, why he was called Charlie Hustle, it didn't matter if it was a walk, if it was an all-star game, he went 100%. Like he sprinted down the first base when he walked every single time.
Yes.
He took out his best friend, Ray Fosse, who was an all-star for the Indians in the early 70s. And it was his second season in the big leagues, or rookie season in the big leagues, and one of Pete Rose's good friends, apparently. Pete Rose, in the All-Star game, dove head first, like as a missile, into Fosse as he was covering home plate, and effectively ruined the rest of Ray Fosse's career, because he was never the same after that hit. That's how intense that man was in an All-Star game.
Yeah. Unbelievable that you write this piece on the day of his death.
Just
And
bad
it's kind of testament to how people get so worked up over Pete Rose. Now we have a special guest that might want to weigh in on Pete Rose, because I think that's in his time. Mr. Holtz, Lou Holtz, are you there?
Hello? Is everybody there?
Yeah, we're all here except Michael. Do you hear us, Lou?
Lou, you might need to turn your hearing aid up a little bit, buddy.
Oh my Jesus. Hang on a second. Can you hear
Lou's
me?
having. We can hear you. We can't. You can't hear us.
What just happened?
What just happened?
You know what? I've got an idea for a talk show. It's gonna be called "What Just Happened." The official "What Just Happened," because you're just a regular. I want to be the official one.
Can you hear us, Lou?
Can you hear me? That's the question.
Lou,
Can you hear
we were
me?
just Lou. Yeah, we can hear you, Lou. We were just talking about Pete Rose and his legendary status in Major League Baseball, and how he's known as Charlie Hustle. He had the head first slide, he had the hits leader, and then a writer on the day of his death wrote about how he doesn't deserve in the Hall of Fame. What do you think?
Well, Jeffrey, I can tell you, Pete and I had some pretty good times together. We used to go down. It's called the Nappy Dugout. It was I don't want to tell you what kind of establishment it was, but we saw a couple things, if you know what I mean.
Yes, I know what you mean.
I was talking about vaginas.
Is this I mean, I remember previously on 12 Ounce Sports, Lou, you revealed that you and Bruce Arians used to snort some coke. Are you saying that you and Pete Rose had similar activities?
Well, I can tell you, Pete is an Ohio boy. I know he's not from Ohio, but he's basically from Ohio, since, Cincinnati is in Ohio, but Cincinnati really is in Kentucky too, so I don't know. But I'm a good old Ohio boy. But when we're down by the river, we both kind of have the same ideas. Like there's nothing to do in life, so we just start snorting stuff, and eventually we found some good stuff. And it just happened to be some cocaine.
So, Lou, if you're revealing this much information tonight on what just happened, which is apropos for what you're telling us, were you aware of Pete Rose's gambling addiction?
I bet I did. Did you hear what I did there? That was I was making a pun.
Wait, what were you
Yeah,
doing wait, Lou, what were you doing to the nun?
yeah, I was doing a pun on the nun.
A nun, okay. What were
The
you doing
nun
to the
pun.
nun?
I don't know, gentlemen. This is a solemn occasion. Now, Mr. Pistol Pete Rose. That was his real nickname. It was Pistol Pete. Nothing to do with Pete Maravich. It was all Pete Rose. That was his real nickname. It wasn't. He never even was Charlie ever.
Lou, I understand you don't like to be on camera, but when's the last time you've actually been on ESPN? Because I think our viewers would like to know, because we remember you were on ESPN. You were a heralded coach at Notre Dame. You coached at South Carolina. You kind of got shafted at Notre Dame. Did ESPN treat you well? I think 12 Ounce Sports probably treats you better, but did they treat you well? And then when did you stop being on air? Because I remember you and what was his name, Mark something, used to argue all the time, and then all of a sudden you guys disappeared.
It was Mark May. They couldn't handle our success. We were so successful at arguing. He had no idea what he was talking about, and I did. And and that was pretty much it. But ESPN, they blackballed me. ESPN did.
Why do you think that happened?
It's because I was in a staff meeting and I was saying a bunch of racist stuff, and they didn't like it.
Lou, you used minorities for your team all the time. Why'd you say a bunch of racist stuff? That's not right.
Well, I was talking about myself.
Oh,
I was talking about old white people, and they didn't like me talking bad about old white people.
so ESPN so ESPN, folks, if you're watching, chime in on YouTube only. Lou Holtz has joined us. He doesn't like to be on camera. Ever since he got blackballed by ESPN, he doesn't appreciate the camera, but he does love 12 Ounce Sports. Lou, I want to get to college football real quick, because last time we had you on, wasn't last week, the week before, we had Wisconsin plus 16, and they lost that bet. They didn't cover, and you wanted to double that bet, which would have made you clairvoyant, because Wisconsin would have covered at plus 32. Now we see Alabama is really good. Who do you like in the college football, Ethernet? Who do you think is going to win the title this year? Do you like Alabama now? You didn't really seem sold on them last time. Did Lou leave us?
I don't know. You there, Lou?
I think.
Oh my
Lou,
goodness.
are you?
I'm still here.
Lou,
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now. Lou, last time you were on, you wanted Wisconsin and double the line plus 32.
No. I heard all that before. I'm sorry. I changed my browser. I was looking at some porn. I'm sorry. It was just.
Well, that's excusable. We understand, Lou. But
what category, Lou? What categories were you looking at there, buddy?
It was Alabama porn, which is all,
Okay.
brothers and sisters stuff.
Yeah. So incest. So are you sold, Lou? Are you sold on Alabama now that they beat Georgia?
I'm definitely sold on Alabama. I think they're the greatest thing ever. And I think Nick Saban, the ghost of Nick Saban, God bless his soul, is still there at Alabama, helping the Alabamans do their thing. So, God bless Nick Saban, and I hope he's at a better place now.
Lou, I want to break this news to you, okay? And are you sitting down?
Well, I mean, I'm using my squatty potty. This episode is brought to you by Squatty Potty. Move on up. That's your new slogan. I get it paid every time I say that.
Okay, okay. So I'm glad you got paid, but I want to break the news to you. Nick Saban's still alive.
No, he's not. He wouldn't have left college football. He had to die. He's dead.
No, he's on ESPN. He took your spot.
Yeah.
Took my spot where? Dude, you can't fill these shoes. My shoes are the biggest shoes this side of. Oh my God, I almost said this side of the Mississippi. Which side of the Mississippi is Alabama on?
The east side.
Oh my God, we're on the same side. That's how I got my job. Son of a bitch. This is ridiculous. I'm going to pull myself up by the bootstraps, though, and I'm going to tell myself to let's go, but it's going to be tough. I can't wait until I can't wait until I turn on my cable TV to look at ESPN and see my old buddy Nick still alive. I thought I went to his funeral.
No, you didn't go to his funeral. You might have went to some
Where
other
did I
Nick's.
go?
I don't know. Lou, I don't know.
Everybody was wearing tuxedos, and they were eating like is everybody look.
Lou keeps cutting out. He
Oh
doesn't
my
have sound.
goodness. I'm still here.
Okay.
It's
Lou,
the Illuminati.
we have one more topic we want to talk about, and I think you might want to weigh in on this. The NFL suspended Von Miller, but they had no explanation of why they suspended him for 4 weeks. Like, what just happened?
What? Yeah, we're just suspending you. What?
It was a
that
code of
happened.
it was a code of conduct violation, but they wouldn't say what the conduct was. Like, we pay for the stadiums as taxpayers. We pay for the players through TV deals because we're paying for the cable. Like, shouldn't they disclose this?
Jeff, I'm going to let you in on a secret, and this is just between you and me and the Falcon over here. Okay, I have 2 words for you. P Diddy.
P. Diddy, he said.
Von Miller was highly involved in P Diddy's affairs, and the NFL does not want him around. So
So
that
you
you heard
think
that from me.
so you think Von Miller is caught up in the P. Diddy scandal, and that's why the NFL is being so covert?
He's just the next domino to fall, and they said we're gonna suspend you, and their NFL is gonna be like, hey, we never heard of this guy. And they're gonna be like, no, he had his uniform and everything. And we're gonna be like, we didn't hear of this guy. And he's like, no, he played for your team. And they said, he doesn't. He's not getting paid. He's not getting paid.
I actually kind of love that theory, Lou, that you might be onto something. So, Lou, we got a text into the show. His name is Casey DiSabato. I don't know if you know him.
He
He
sounds
wants
he sounds Italian.
Yeah, he does.
I think he is. He wants to know if Lou thinks AI cars are a good idea.
I don't know. Explain to me what a car is. I know everything about AI. I just don't know what a car is. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Casey, Casey D. Sabato, I'm what's called a Renaissance man, but I don't have that much Renaissance. I don't know about AI cars, but I do know one thing is that I know how to pull myself up by the bootstraps and get myself going in the face of adversity. And I'm gonna put my face to the wind, and I'm gonna pull these bootstraps up over everybody else's face until I've got nowhere bootstraps to go. Let's go.
Lou, I feel like Lou's watched a speech by somebody recently that keeps saying, pull myself up by the bootstraps. Can you break that?
I'm working on new material. You guys, I'm working on new material because I'm gonna get back on ESPN. You're gonna see me on there. I'm gonna put my Lee Corso mask on and sneak on a college game day.
Are you going to fake a stroke? Oh, Lord, I apologize.
Oh my goodness, Jeffrey, that's very raw doggish of you. I don't know. I'm trying to think of something raw dog to say, but I got nothing.
Lou, what do we find you doing on a Thursday evening like tonight? I mean, Thursday's the new Friday. What does Lou Holtz do on a Thursday night?
It's a lot like what I do on Wednesdays, and on Wednesdays. It's funny when you think about it. It's like I do the same thing on Tuesdays as I do Wednesday. But then when you look back at Tuesdays, like, okay, what am I doing? Well, I did that Monday. You know what I mean? So I sit around and I just watch TV, and then I yell at the TV sometimes. And tonight I'm gonna be watching some football. I think it's who is it? It's Baker Mayfield and some team versus some other team with another team.
Yeah, it's the Buccaneers and the Saints, I believe.
That sounds about right.
Sure, sounds good.
Hey Lou, are you
Oh,
gonna?
no. It's the Buccaneers and the Falcons. I'm sorry, Buccaneers and Falcons.
The Falcons.
My goodness.
Hey,
Hey, we're gonna play a drinking game. Every time they mention the hurricane, you got to do a shot.
Oh, we'll be shit faced by halftime, Lou.
Hey Lou, are you going to be doing some rails while you're watching the game tonight?
No, man, I don't skateboard anymore. I used to back in the 40s, but I'm too old now. Oh, you mean like grinding some rails, dog? Is that what you mean?
No, I mean, like, are you going to do some cocaine like the good old days?
Yo, do
Bruce,
you have any? Do you have any?
I do not.
Because I'll get in my, Casey's going to drive me in his AI car and we'll go up to your place and we'll party.
Okay. Well, I guess I got. Are you guys going to bring the? You guys going to bring the coke with you, or I have to go find it for you?
No, dude, you're a guy. When somebody brings it up, it's their responsibility. Come on, let's go. You know
this is
better.
Come on up, Lou. Come on
So-
up. Anytime.
if you're a new viewer to 12 Ounce Sports, you might think this is breaking news. Lou Holtz snorts coke, but it's not because ever since he's been on 12 Ounce Sports, he actually revealed several years ago, Falcon, that he and Bruce Arians used to snort coke back in the day. So it's not breaking news. I would love to know, Lou, do you miss coaching football?
Who is that coaching?
What? Well, you last coached South Carolina Gamecocks.
That's not true. I was a secret coach for another team. I was incognito.
Which team was that?
I stole a few signs for a team that's up north. I was the real sign stealer.
Oh, you were stealing signs for Michigan? This is breaking news on 12 Ounce Sports.
Okay, no, I didn't say that. I didn't say Michigan. Oh, Jesus, I just said it.
You just said it.
This is dirty journalism.
This is gotcha journalism.
You got me, Jeffrey.
Oh my God, Lou, we are so happy that you've reignited your love for 12 Ounce Sports. We're excited that you've joined us. I wish somebody would have chimed in on YouTube because we had a couple comments tonight, but we want to let you go because we know it's about your bedtime. It's
It is
7:26.
my bedtime. I was just gonna say that it's dark out.
Did you get your pizza from Youngstown yet without the cheese melted?
You know what? It's been at least 2 days since I've had that, so it's a long time for me. So I'm gonna wait till tomorrow. I'm trying to wean myself off it.
We're going to get a Friday night pizza. I like that. Lou Holtz, I wish I had an applause button. God bless you for joining us. You are the man. We love when you come on 12 Ounce Sports. You are a 12 Ounce Sports staple. We used to have a Wikipedia page for you. Some assholes changed it. I don't know what you think of that, but we had your early life that you disclosed on 12 Ounce Sports, disclosed on Wikipedia. People changed it. I don't know what to say about that. Can we get back in there and change it again?
I don't know. I have to talk to my webmaster somehow.
Okay.
His name is I think his name is like V Miller. I think that's my IT guy.
That might be why he got suspended. So there's our explanation. Lou, God bless you. Go Notre Dame. I don't know who they play this week. Maybe another MAC school, but we appreciate you coming on.
It's Northern Illinois who we're playing this weekend. Let's go.
Okay, let's go. Take care, Lou. Thank you very much.
Hi,
We'll
Lou.
see you. Bye. See you.
Bye. Lou Holtz, everybody. Wow. Falcon, what do you think of that?
It's always good having Lou here. I don't, I don't know. I don't know if he'll ever get back in that broadcasting booth because I don't know if all the, all the marbles are in a container anymore.
I love Lou Holtz, and I love the fact that he likes to come on the show. He's always been a fan of 12 Ounce Sports, so we appreciate it. We appreciate the viewers. We're winding down. Falcon, any closing thoughts on the topics we came up with, or
Not
the
really.
fact that Michael didn't join us?
That's pretty funny, actually. Hey, Michael, if you're watching the replay,
Cancel. I'm gonna re-quote Baddest Daddy. Canceling last second? No, not Michael. Come on.
Hopefully that does not happen next week because you and I and the Michael Carvelis will be in Montana.
Yeah, no show next week. We'll be in Montana. Peace, bros. Peace.